Hi Cynthia, how you doing?
Great.
We're here at the Potter Park Zoo in Lansing, and I see some gray wolves behind us. You guys are pretty excited. You got a couple new additions to the family here, huh?
Yes, we're very excited to have the two males join Tala, our female wolf.
And when did they arrive?
They arrived a couple months ago, but they go through a 30-day quarantine before they're in the exhibit, so we
Okay,
just released it to the public.
just released it to the
Yeah.
public. And how are they adjusting here?
They're doing very well. They had to get used to the exhibit a little bit, and then we had to go through introductions to our female, but everything went good.
They're very curious. They're looking on
They
right
are.
now.
They are.
Yeah, you want to see them? Look, they're looking at you. See?
Yeah, they're watching.
They want to see what you're saying about them. But what's the toughest part about introducing a couple animals like this to an existing exhibit?
Well, you're never quite sure how it's going to go. The exhibit we weren't so much worried about. We did let the males out first in the exhibit when she wasn't there so they could explore and get to know their environment first. And then we introduced her to them. And before you put them physically together, you always introduce them with like a fence or a situation we call a howdy situation where they can smell and see each other prior to them going next to each other. So that gives you a chance to observe behavior and get an idea of how it will go before you actually physically put them right next to each other. You're never quite sure, and you always have to have a backup plan for how you'll separate if things get aggressive. And
Yeah.
you have to know the fine line between letting animals work it out and what's normal and what's too aggressive. So we did not have any issues this time, and we were very happy about that.
Great. And I know there's a naming contest. Are you just overwhelmed by the thousands of people that have suggested names for these two new additions?
We're very excited about how many people responded with names, and we're going through all the names, and I'm going to talk to the keepers later, and we're going to narrow down some of our favorites, and then we'll put it back out on social media for the visitors to decide the final name.
The final decision there.
Yes.
Great. How many animals are here roughly at Potter Park Zoo? And I'm surprised you're open during the winter. It's cold out here.
We are open in the winter. A lot of people forget about that, but you can come see a lot of the animals that are out in the cold that you'll see are the moose and the wolves and the river otters and the Arctic fox, and the eagles are always out. The bird and reptile house is open. The feline primate building is open, and you can see the animals inside. So there are some animals that you won't see during the winter months,
Right.
and we do charge a lower rate in the winter for that reason. So some of the tortoises and animals and the meerkats and mongoose that have to go inside when it's warm, when it's cold outside.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny, but it's a little chilly.
It is a little chilly, but it's going to warm up the next few days, and the animals will appreciate that too.
Yeah.